The Yamaha R3 MotoGP Edition. The only bike to run on punching drywall and the tears of your disappointed parents. It's the only bike to come standard with a nicotine addiction. And what would you say about a motorcycle that comes standard with a spare jewel under the passenger seat, just in case if you lose yours? You'd probably say, ugh, because that's what an orgasm sounds like. Alright, with all jokes aside, this is the 2020 Yamaha R3 MotoGP Edition. Yes, I know, I have done a review on the 2019 R3, but that was my first review on a motorcycle. And I mean, let's just be honest, it wasn't the best. And I mean, I can't think of any other reasons why I would want to do the R3 again. But this video wouldn't be possible without Freedom Power Sports in Canton, Georgia. They have a really nice inventory, including this Yamaha R3 MotoGP Edition. You better grab it while you can, because I'm sure it's not going to be here long. And they have really nice people. So if you're in the area, or if you're not, be sure you come check them out. Be sure to tell them I sent you. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into the review. But some more insight about this bike is that it is MotoGP inspired by Yamaha's MotoGP racing team. And I mean, they only make this on the R3 and the R125 so far. And I mean, I personally think it would look pretty cool on an R6. But, I mean, maybe that's just me. But man, I don't think they have enough monster logos on it. I mean, because just looking at it right here, I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You see, I need to be seeing at least 13. Minimum. And one thing I just noticed is that you get a nice gold Yamaha logo, opposed to, you know, the silver Yamaha logo that all those other peasants have. Even gold back here. How fancy. Alright, without further ado, let's hop on this thing and get her cranked. Okay. Let's get going. Man, I'll tell you what. The weather here in Georgia has been more bipolar than my ex-girlfriend. I mean, just a couple weeks ago it was in the 90s, and now in the mornings it's in the high 30s, and I just don't understand it. But back to the bike. Like I said, this is the 2020 R3 MotoGP Edition, but the specs of it, it has a 321cc parallel twin engine that cranks out 42 horsepower, which isn't too bad. There's still room to have a good amount of fun on it, for one. And with it being a smaller displacement motorcycle, it would be a good bike to start out on. I am no longer going to classify motorcycles as beginner bikes or whatnot, because some people, they get triggered because of that. Because they're like, they're just smaller displacement motorcycles. But I did understand that, because this is a bike that anyone of, hey look, a Ferrari. Hey look, a squirrel. Yeah, I'm that guy. But this is a bike that anyone
of any experience level can hop on, which is really good. And it gets, I believe, 56 miles to the gallon, which is good in case if you're looking for something that doesn't have the gas mileage that does. And just a whole lot of fun. And for an entry-level sports bike, it's cheap and it rides fairly well. And I mean, it's just an overall, it's a really smooth bike. And I mean, nothing on it is overwhelming. The seating position isn't too aggressive. It's like just upright enough to where you don't feel like you're getting bent the hell over, but you still feel like you're on something sporty, if that makes sense. They're making me turn around at like the 2.5 mile mark because they only want me to put 5 miles on it. Was I recording? I don't know. But something you really have to just appreciate about this bike is the front end of it looks a hell of a lot more aggressive than any of those other 300s. I mean, this looks like a pretty aggressive bike. Only thing that it needs to make it just look a little bit nicer is flush mount turn signals and a fender eliminator. And then you're looking real nice. But if you are looking into buying, you know, this specific one, you are going to pay a little bit of a premium because of the limited production. Because it's the same thing with Kawasaki with their KRT models, since those are limited production. So, yeah, I mean, if you're fine paying a little extra to look like a Kyle, then go right ahead. But I never said there's anything wrong with that. But my overall thesis on this bike is this would be an excellent bike if you're just now starting out, or say if you haven't ridden in a while and you want to get back riding, but say you don't want to just slap yourself into an R6 or R1. This would be a smart decision to get one of these and not just jump straight onto a full-on crotch rocket. And plus, for the money, the Yamaha R3 is one of the best bikes you can possibly get, because you have a smooth ride, for one. You have a smooth power delivery, and, I mean, like, the riding position, like I said, it's not too aggressive. And, like, you won't find yourself, like, with backaches. Oh, that was hot. I do know this video wasn't very long because, you know, they didn't let me ride it for as long as I wanted to. But if you guys have any suggestions on what you want to see me ride next, I'll do my best to try to get my hands on one. But that is where I'm going to start wrapping up today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure you show some support by dropping a like. If you're new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button. And most importantly, be sure you hit that booty. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.